season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a fourth-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback. The time in the league was tough to find your franchise guy.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They'll go to Barkley again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, Cousins. The pass is caught by Cade Atton. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season, a former MVP. It's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball again on 2nd down. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coach to... But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Caught on the right side by Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front, your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip 5-yard line, absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. This is Fant on the short completion. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field early going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Throwing, Cousins. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we got an injured Buccaneer. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And this returnable for Hines. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting good yardage with each and every one of them.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Jackson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Hall on a give up the middle. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Fant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run with Hall. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Hall again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Finding space at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 16-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he'll find Moreau here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate...
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Saquon Barkley, 30 yards. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to our... It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Report.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. A little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second and a couple. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Following the interception, Cousins. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. This is Fant on the short completion. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Koo knocks this one through the post. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground. Hall gets around him, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long for Cousins. A slant to Jones. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
To throw, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. Gee, you figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Oh, boy, we got a stoppage here because Kirk Cousins is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Corral now on 2nd down.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26.
Corral.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Marte Mapu. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 32 on the play. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, Jackson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
A CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. George Pickens, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Your offense set to take over again. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And Corral will throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Corral on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Corral to throw on 2nd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That is caught. It's Williams. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.